Hello everybody! Today I'm gonna be trying to eat less meat, and so I'm gonna be cooking some beans and also I hope to be growing some. This year I'm only gonna be growing like scarlet runner beans. If any of you know if they make great like dried up beans, let me know. But maybe in 2011 I'm gonna be growing myself some real beans that are perfect for baked beans. Alright, first of all I'm starting with 2 cups of dried beans. Soak them overnight. Like I did this like last night about this time. Supper time, by the way. I put those beans in water, cold water, and I let them soaked up. They about maybe like doubled in size. Yeah. And this morning I rinsed them out, put on some more cold water, and now it's like 24 hours later and I'm gonna cook them. So take all your beans, then your pot. There you go. To that I'm gonna add about like 5 cups of cold water. Right, here we go. If you see any of the little peels coming out, just take them out. Oh yeah, and you really wanna like pre-soak your beans mostly. I think there's a lot of reasons why. But the main one is to cut on your cooking time a lot. So with 5 cups of cold water, I'm gonna bring that to a boil, and then I'm gonna let them simmer for about half an hour, maybe a little bit more. We'll see how tender are the beans. So yeah, while that boils, I'm not saying I'll eventually be a total vegetarian, but probably having a few chicken for the eggs. But I still have like a few questions on being a vegetarian. You know, like I've heard that some people can fall sick because of a lack of nutrients. So I don't know. If any of you know, like, I don't know, ideas, tips or anything, because you know I'm trying to be more green and healthier, so I guess any meat that's been produced, you know, it's not that good for the body, and also it takes a lot of energy. Trees are being cut for that, for raising cattle and all. So anyway. Yeah, so if you have any tips for me, just leave me a comment. I'd really love that. And but I'm gonna wait half an hour. Maybe I'm gonna go plant these recycled onions in the meantime. And I'll be right back. So I was reading my recipe. I thought you had them like in the stove, like after they're cooked, for an hour or something, but it's like 7 hours. So, I'm not going to waste that much energy cooking beans. So what I did, I've cooked my beans, instead of half an hour, I've cooked them like 40 minutes. So now they're like tender enough for me. There you go. Alright. Put them in that pot that can go into the heat. I'm going to add a hot pepper just for the fun of it. There we go. Alright, I was gonna make like a Acadian traditional beans with molasses and all that stuff, but I noticed that I had like none of the ingredients. So I'm gonna turn this upside down, up and anyway, and do something else. That's an onion that I've diced, and also like 2 to 3 garlic cloves. To that I'm gonna add a can of tomatoes, chopped up tomatoes. I've drained the juice. There you go. Some, if I can't get it, alright, some barbecue sauce. Maybe like, looks a lot, but my bottle is empty, so there's about like 5 tablespoons. Like 2 tablespoons of brown sugar. A big pinch of salt. Enough. A lot of pepper. I hope this tastes good because I'm really just making it up as I'm going on. Some hot pepper. Oh, alright, it's enough. Maybe a little savory or any herbs you want. Yeah, not that much. Alright. I guess that's it. I'm going to give it a stir. Make sure there's tomatoes everywhere. Garlic and all that stuff. It's still pretty dry. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna add the tomato juice. Not tomato juice, but tomato water. About half of it. And wait a minute. Gonna replace the molasses with the ketchup. So about, let's say, 1/4 of a cup. Alright. But basically, just to show you, like, you know, cooking is easy. Does smell pretty good, actually. Alright, now in the stove, let me check here. I think I'm gonna put it at 350. Let me check on my recipe here. Yeah, I'm gonna go like 250 for like 2 to 3 hours. Should be alright. The beans are ready. Looking pretty beautiful. I've actually tasted them. I burned my mouth, but they are tasting pretty good. They taste like chili. Hey. And I guess that's something about beans. The more I would have cooked them in the oven, they wouldn't have softened up. Because that's what it says on the recipe. But the beans would have been more tasty. But you know, I'm pretty happy with this, and it didn't take that much time. And yeah, I guess beans are like rice. You can put anything you want in there. If you want a Italian tasting beans, you just had like tomato sauce and Italian herbs, and it would taste like that. So yeah, those are my baked beans, and just try them out. You know, it's a good substitute for the meat. And it's way better for your health. Alright, so see you later. And subscribe if you like. I'm always posting stuff because I'm loving it. See ya.